Yo, man, it's almost 4:30. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
This is the Social Norm.
1, 2. You want top dollar and pop bottles and drop knowledge. Hit the throttle on nice autos without college. Do yourself a solid, put them boys on your screen. Wait, who do you mean? I mean canteen and beans. When the social norm is on, you better pay attention. They teach you lessons, make you laugh when you're stressed.
Yeah, yo. You already know what it is, man. We back it again with another one. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How
Hey,
you
it's the
doing?
Social Norm, man. We go ahead and talk to y'all. Episode 192 is called "A Parent's Guidance is a Child's Learned Behavior." And the reason we wanted to talk about that, man, we've gone through a lot of situations, myself and being seen some things where we realized, man, parents they be acting up.
Yeah.
They be acting up, and then they wonder why kids grow up and be how they are.
Exactly. I'm learning that just because you have kids doesn't mean you're going to be a good parent.
I learned this today, dude. I think parents need to be licensed before they become a parent. They should just do a written test or something to see if your ass ain't ignorant. If you ignorant enough to even have it,
Like a psychological review.
psychological situations.
Yeah,
Ask them situations,
yeah.
and not even that. Let's put them through the ringer. You remember when you was a kid?
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all school did this because you know you lived in the hood, y'all.
Here you go.
But in my school, what they did was, around 7th, 8th grade,
Okay.
you had a home ec class where
Mhm.
they gave you this baby, this doll,
Oh.
and the doll on the back of the doll had a turnkey. Y'all tell me, put in the comments if y'all had to do this.
We didn't do that because
Y'all were already holding real baby.
We had the real one.
They was a couple grades too early, too late.
Yeah.
So you had to. This is the thing. They gave you this doll. You had to bring the doll back, right? Same way you got it.
Mhm.
And in the back of the doll, there was this thing where I guess it monitored how many times it cried, how many times you responded. And based off
wow.
of that, I don't know how true this was. This is what they were telling us. We're gonna pull this thing out. We can read how many times you guys had
It collected the data.
that collected the data. If you was a good parent or a bad parent.
Wow.
And so the baby would cry,
Mhm.
and you had a thing in the back, and you had to push it in and turn it. And you had to, but it was where if you let go of it, it jumped back out and cry again. So you had to hold it there. But the thing was, and this is how sad, this is how diabolical this damn doll was. If you say you did it for like 5 minutes and you let it go, and the timer wasn't done with it, it started over.
Wow.
So you could hold it. It might be 5 minutes. It might be 10 minutes. It might be 35 minutes.
So it was random times. And you didn't know. You didn't know how long?
You didn't know how long to hold it for. So you could hold, like, you know what I'm saying? You could have held it for 5 minutes and that's all it needed. But it might need 30 minutes to hold.
Oh, wow.
So you held this thing, and then eventually it would stop. You just had to risk it. You look, okay, stop, cool, right? But the way this is how diabolical, they had it set for times like 4 o'clock in the morning. Dude, I'm telling you right now, after 3 days of having this thing, I was done. Look,
Yo, they never did that to us, man.
bro, I was so done with this thing. I was trying to lean against the wall and just have my hand on it where I could sleep. And then a bit because I was trying to hold it to where I could just keep it there and go to sleep. It would literally 3 times in the middle of the night. It could be 12 o'clock,
But that's what
3 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
That's what babies do, though.
But then I have to go to school. I have to go to school with this thing and keep it with me the whole day.
People got to go to work.
Dude, I learned right then and there, one, babysitters need to get paid more. And two, don't leave me with no child for 3 days.
Let me tell you something.
The baby will be gone.
So you only had it for 3 days, that's it?
3 days. No. It was either 3 days. You had to have it. They would give it to you like Thursday or Friday, and you had to bring it back Monday. So it would be like it'd be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You bring it back, I believe. Either 3 days or a week. One of the two.
Let me tell you something. I would have failed.
You only needed, dude, I'll promise right now. By day 3, you hated this thing. You wanted it to leave your life forever. But see, the problem was the doll took about, it was like 80% of your grade. So if you failed this,
wow.
If you threw it in the trash, if you didn't, no, I'm telling you, dude, the thing was so annoying, it made you want to just leave it somewhere. And some kids had done that in the past, and that's why they failed. But you just realized, I said, this is what parenting is. I don't want no parts of it. I've only had one scare in my whole life of women talking about they were possibly pregnant. I've never thought about doing anything with girls after that year. I was like, fuck them. Even the girls was like, fuck this. I hate this fucking doll. Take it. Because like the girls was like, I can't wait to do this. All the older girls who had done it already said, okay. Keep. You think that. And the girls were so happy. The guys was like, all right, fuck it. I'll take it. This is what I got to do.
Our home economics was totally different. They just taught us how to cook and stuff. That's it.
That was it, man. That
no babies, no.
I wonder if they're still doing that.
That's a good question.
They should. I'm telling you right now, whoever did that, put in the comments if you ever had something like that.
Never.
Find this. I'll find it. It's a certain type of doll that has like a battery pack, and you got to push a key in and turn it. And if you don't, you lose. You know, it's based off of, you know, it could tell how many times you. What it would do was it would tell you how long it was crying before you responded to it.
I would have failed.
And then, see, because I wanted to just,
I would have
put it over a pillow.
Like, baby, crying.
No, you think you asleep? That thing was loud. Think of like the most loudest baby. I was like, yo.
Let me tell you how I realized I couldn't be a parent.
Go ahead.
So my sister had a baby, her first baby. And when that thing would cry, when she would cry,
sorry, Tanisha.
I'm sorry. When she would cry, I would get so annoyed.
You would cry back to her?
Mock the baby.
I can do it too. That's what How do you like it? The baby probably just looked at you up.
She did. She was like, yo, what the hell?
What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I was like, yeah. And that's how I knew. I was like, nah, I can't do it.
In her mind, she be like, you need a wiping too?
Like to this day, this body.
And this is how I'm gonna tell you another thing that made me realize I shouldn't be a parent or took time to be a parent. My sister had my nephew, newborn. She came up here to visit, and she was changing his diaper, and she was like, "Can you help me? Can you grab me something?" So I come in there to grab her something. The smell that was coming off of this boy was diabolical. I was like, yo,
they're poop machines.
Dude, it smelled so bad. I didn't even understand any smells babies were capable of it. They smell way worse than men. Like adult shits don't even stand close to baby shits.
Because they got them fresh guts.
Dude, them guts is gutting, dude. I'm telling you right now, I was like, yo, I literally I'm not even trying to be funny. I threw up. I threw up from my nephew's shit.
Because you got to think about smells. That's why.
I don't even know how my sister was just sitting. Look, it's something about when a woman has it out of their body they can just deal with the smells of their own.
Mm.
Maybe it's like, you know, you smell your own shit, but it don't resonate
After
like
a
it's
while,
somebody else's
it
shit.
don't bother you after a
Yeah,
while.
that may be what it is, because honestly, I was like, how are you even standing in here? Because I'm telling you right now, if she left that baby, if she left him with me for 3 days, he ain't making it. He gonna have diaper rash, because I ain't cleaning them. I'm gonna put him in the tub, and I already know if I have a child, just know that we ain't buying diapers. No point. I'm just gonna spray him in the tub.
He gotta have diapers.
Why you gotta have diapers?
Because you gonna shit in his pants.
No, but I'm saying, what I'm saying is, you know, like those man-made things, like like they put around
The cloth you talking
the
about?
cloths.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because I'm just gonna spray them.
Of course.
I mean, I guess I could go. I guess, yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe I will. But we got sidetracked, y'all. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we did.
Hit that like button too. Hit that subscribe button. You know we do our videos every Monday and Friday around this time. What we trying to get to y'all to understand through all this story is this: parents need to be checked. Sometimes we see people, we think that they're doing the right things, and these parents are out here doing what the hell they want to do.
Just outright wrong.
Now, you want go ahead. You want to tell the story?
So the reason why this came up for me is, and we rarely talk about our job and what we do. And a lot of times people don't understand that not only do we deal with inmates, but we also deal with their families too.
Yes.
Okay, on visiting. Now, this woman comes in. She comes in the day before with her 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
Have a visit, is what it is, fine. Comes in the next day with her mother-in-law and then 1 kid. So me and the other officer are like, wait a minute, where the other kid, where the little girl at? And she goes, oh, I left her at the hotel to pack up. And we're like,
mind you, no, tell how old are these kids?
Now these kids are the girl's 15 and the boys, I think, 11. So
that's what they're telling you.
Yeah, that's what they're telling us. So she left now the girl looked 13 to me, but when I saw her, so I'm like, you left I said, you left a teenager by herself at the hotel? It's like, oh yeah, she's a good kid, she'll be fine. I'm like,
with hindsight 2020,
okay, yeah.
I'm not really tripping on that, because my parents used to do stuff like that.
My mother left us.
We downstairs at the casino. Y'all got the TV, some chips.
Yeah. My mother would go to the store when we were growing up and leave us in the car for hours. That was just the time, back then. So the visit ends and I drive them to their car and I look at their car and a little girl sitting in the front seat. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Lying.
I was like, yo,
bitch.
I said, you said she was at the hotel. She's right there in the car. She was, oh yeah, I left her. I said, you can't do that. I was like, yo.
Now, wait a minute. Just give y'all some context. What time do visits start?
These started at 9:00. They were there at 9:00
in the morning.
The visit ended at 2:00 in the afternoon. So she was there for like 6 hours.
Yes.
In a car. Outside of
a prison, where, let me just give y'all a heads up. We have inmates who go around the outside
that work
there. So that deal at the parking lot, cleaning the parking lot up.
Yeah. So I'm like, lady, I said, what are you doing? You can't leave your kid in the car for 6 hours. It's not, well, she didn't want to go in. Okay. And I was like, okay, well then everybody can't go in there. That's how this works.
This is where parenting, and I don't even know how much true that is. Maybe she didn't want to go in. Maybe she just wanted to sit out there and be on her phone.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, that ain't your goddamn choice.
Exactly. I said,
you a kid, you're going in here with me.
Exactly. I said, this is a minor. I said, you don't know how much trouble you can get in if someone sees this. Now, you think that's bad enough. It's not. So I'm helping the old lady get out the car. And the mother goes, hey, such and such, get out the front seat so your grandmother can sit in it. She goes, I can't because I went to the bathroom on myself. And I'm looking at this lady like, yo, what the now,
this just getting worse and worse.
Does. Now, normally people who know me, I've had my run-ins with female visitors, so I generally don't talk to them.
Okay.
But I literally was like, lady, the fuck is your problem?
Yeah. You needed it because it was like, yo, what are you?
Like, yo, you got your whole child out here in the car and she went to the bathroom on herself. Like, what is your problem? I was like, yo, I said, you cannot do this. Don't ever do this again. I said, I'm gonna make sure
You never do this again.
I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna get you banned from this place. You ever do this again? I said, I'm gonna do you one more. So I'm gonna go talk to your husband. I'm gonna go up there.
So that's what she was going to see, her husband.
Yeah, I said, I'm gonna talk to him today. So
And
I'm
get him
gonna deal with this today. And she was like, please don't do it. I was like, nah, this needs to be addressed because you're not doing this again.
I mean, you think about it, and everybody just assumes parents got kids' best interests. But a lot of times, parents be having their best interests.
Yeah.
And they don't even be thinking about what the kid. And if it's like some stuff, you just look at them and say, this ain't common sense to you.
Yeah,
like common sense ain't always common to people.
It's not.
And you be like, yo, what are you? Okay, so now I know what we're dealing with
Exactly.
as far as the intelligent level. So I know that your child probably ain't gonna be too far from you when you get older.
Exactly.
Because you know what I mean? You tend to either be a little you don't really see too many parents who are just dumb as rocks and their kids turn out to be geniuses. Most of the time, parents are educated and they kid to be either educated more or whatever case may be. And most of the time when the parents is ghetto and dumb and all that, guess what end up happening? The kids end up being ghetto and dumb.
And it made me really realize, because I'm around visitors all the time and their kids. It really made me take a look at who was coming in and out.
And the quality of person.
Yes. And it made me realize that like there's this woman that comes in here every day with her child. And I'm sitting there looking like, how is this kid getting educated? He is here every.
Are you talking about? You're not talking about Big Boy.
Exactly who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
he is here every day.
Every day we see people come in. Now, mind you, I've been to 5 prisons where I worked at.
I've been in 4,
and I've seen some deplorable things that visitors have done in front of children.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even believe I couldn't believe it if I didn't see it with my own eyes.
Exactly.
I've seen women come into prison to see either their baby father or a guy who isn't their children's father, and children sitting right next to them, and lady pull her titties out so the man can suck on them.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. Or a woman's putting her hand under and trying to jerk them off. Or
the kids there.
And the kids are just sitting there. The kids are like 4, 5. They don't know, what's going on, or they don't even understand it all. But it's just like those type of things you see people do and put kids in situations that are going to affect them for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And people don't understand. I told somebody, I ever go to prison, I have kids, I don't ever want you to bring my kids here, because kids, it normalizes that for them. Like a visitor came up, his visitor's child came up to me and said, do you work with my dad? I was like, work with your dad?
Yeah.
I said, who your dad? And she pointed to the inmate. And I was like, yeah, I work with your dad.
Because you almost feel so bad to tell them, no, I work for the state and that owns your father.
I had to pause because I was like, because for 2 seconds I was like, no.
That's what you should have said. That's what you should have said. I don't know his name. Say his name was Inmate Johnson. I'd be like, no, your father works for me. Hey, Johnson, come over here and pick this up.
Throw a piece of paper on the ground.
Hey, pick that up, Johnson.
It is just so it's just so heartbreaking to see these kids in here. There's one. Now, I'm not one to be big on emotion. Like it's not my thing. But there's this little blind girl that comes in there. Oh my God.
She is just precious.
It crushes me every time I see her come in here. I'll be ready to punch her father. I'll be like, yo, I told her one time, I was like, I want to punch you in the face. It's like, what?
Because she's just the most little precious thing.
I said, your daughter out here living the best life she possibly can, and she need her father. You sitting in here, I was so mad.
Because sometimes it really do affect you. You see these kids and you realize the situations that's happening right now in front of your eyes. I've seen women and men arguing with each other about because he's trying to get her to bring some drugs in.
Exactly.
And the kids are sitting there witnessing all this. And he, guys disrespecting the women, talking to them crazy.
Mhm.
The women going out talking crazy to the men.
Mhm.
And it's like these children, these innocent children are growing up being normalized by this.
Mhm.
And they're going to be sitting in the same seats their fathers and their mother are sitting in soon enough. And that's the sad part, because you see it and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
You can't,
because these people are the ones who are doing it.
Exactly. And speaking on the drug part, I don't blame the women. I look at that inmate, I said, shame. Last one I said, shame on you for ruining that young girl's life. Shame on you, bro.
The thing is, and I'm gonna tell you right now, what we got here. He said, giving an under the table handy during visitations while your seed is present is why. Yeah, they do that. This is what they do, because some people care more. That's what I'm trying to say. There's parents out here who care more about themselves than their own offspring, about what they need to get out for themselves than what they're going to give to that child. Because, oh, you know what? I only see her so many times a month, or this is our opportunity, so I'm going to do it. Fuck that kid. The kid, that's pretty much what they're saying. Basically. Fuck the kid. Because I don't care if the kid sees me get a handy, or I suck on his mom's titties, or whatever case may be. And 9 times out of 10, half the dudes, that ain't even their kid.
It's not.
And so that's where it's so crazy. You see these women who go and bring children that aren't theirs, the man's child. So understand something. Men, just like lions, when you see lions, when they take over a pride, what happens? They kill all the cubs. They kill the cubs because they don't give a fuck about those cubs. Them cubs ain't mine. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, as men, there's men out here who don't give a fuck about other people's kids.
They don't.
They care about themselves. So they'll use the woman, speak in her ear, because she needs attention. She needs love and affection. So he giving her that, and then she neglecting those kids. Kids, go do whatever you're gonna do while I'm over here. I'm like, yo, I put my hand for God. If I didn't see it with my own eyes, I would have been like, yo, are you crazy, dude? The one that happened, this was at Attica, where the girl pulled her titties out, and the kids was sitting there. She pulled the one titty out and had them sucking on it. And I'm looking at the camera. We got cameras for every station in Attica. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no, let me wipe my eyes. I know I ain't seeing what I'm seeing. Then I look at the camera, look up and look at her, look at the camera, look at, oh, hell no. I got up. Kids go, oh, I got y'all, yeah, come on.
Y'all done.
It's sad because you know why? I still have to let her take the kids with her. Mm-hmm. I want her, you don't even need to be around those kids.
It's wild too. And another aspect that people don't understand, I have to tell these women this, like, there are pedophiles and child molesters in the jail.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was running the visit room, and the dude had his girlfriend bring his son in, and across the room, a pedophile was eyeing his kid from across the room,
like candy,
just like
staring
at him, like
just looking at him. Like,
so yeah. I had to literally walk over and, like, you how
do one of these,
like around his neck.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, basically,
I'm gonna fuck you up. You better stop doing what you're doing.
I had to put my hand on his shoulder, like, you keep staring at that child.
So speaking of that, why one of the guys we work with told me about how he was at the he was at a mall or something, like where getting clothes, like a JC Penney's or something like that, Walmart or something. He's looking at clothes. His wife's over somewhere else yonder, and his daughter is looking at some stuff. He peeps out a man looking at his daughter, kind of like,
yeah.
But he's on the other side, so he don't see the man. Don't see him looking at his daughter. He's looking at him. He's trying to make sure
He looking. Okay.
He's looking at what he
Yeah.
think he looking
Yeah.
at, which is his daughter, and he is. And then it was of course, I'm just keeping it a buck. It was a white man that he just, it looked like a pedophile. I'm just gonna keep it. Well, this is what he told me. He ran right up on him and was like, "Hey, yo, man, we got a problem? What's going?" And dude was like, and the way he reacted, this is why he flipped out, because the way he reacted was like he was doing something wrong. He wasn't supposed to be there.
Exactly. You just don't know.
You don't know.
And they say crime has no color. That's not true.
For the most part, it does. There's like that 10% that, oh damn, we didn't know. DC Sniper was that 10%.
Yeah, it's always the exception to the rule. There's always one exception to the rule. But trust me, in all the crimes you see in jail, there's always you could tell that, oh, I know what he did. Just by looking at him, you could tell.
What needs to start happening for where parents be held accountable for the things? See, a lot of us sit around and we see parents do fucked up things and we turn a blind eye to it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't address it because it's like, oh, that ain't mine. But guess understand something. The person who turns a blind eye to that kid who's getting fucked over, your ass might be the one they fucking go rob when they grow the fuck up. Exactly. Or they go hurt because they have been hurt from their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
our hands are kind of tied in certain situations.
We
used to be able to.
Let me tell you what happened.
Do things.
I was in the visitor room one day. It's before anybody came out. It's this woman. She comes in with her child, and the little boy, he's like 4 or 5, maybe. He ain't really knowing what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of run around trying to figure out where the what toys. Bring your fucking ass over here. Didn't I fucking tell you? She's just cussing him out. And I'm listening. I said, oh no, we won't be doing that. Hey, ma'am, come here. What we doing? Huh? Mm-hmm. Oh no, you won't be talking to him like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not around here. I had to check her because at the end of the day, this was a woman who I could tell she was frustrated because she's a single mother. She's taking care of the responsibilities and she doesn't have that male presence. So she's lashing out at the child. Mm-hmm. So I had to let her know, look, you're not going to talk to him in a disrespectful way in front of my presence just because you have the authority over him.
Exactly.
So that's not going to happen around here. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. My bad. Come on, Timmy, whatever his name was. She changed up.
She's smacking him in the car. You embarrassing me?
Yo, you're embarrassing you.
I know, right?
Because of how you talk to kids.
Well, see, the thing, when women used to complain to me, I say, no one says you got to come in here. And no one says you got to stay all day.
That's true.
That's when I say, I tell them that. Like, he going to be mad at you, but what he going to do?
It's a risk. What did I say? Well, it's a risk to say anything. The idea of it takes a village has been nullified. Right? What did you say?
Raggedy parents will cuss you out and threaten.
Guess what? I see, but this is the thing. This is where you have to drop your nuts. And I mean, not figuratively, not real, but you tell somebody what's right and what's wrong. Just there's no different than when you see somebody do racist things or you see somebody picking on somebody and bullying. What's stopping you from going up and saying that's wrong? You don't need to be doing that. There's a better way to do that. Checking that person. Because sometimes when people, just like children, if they do wrong and you don't address it, they're never going to know they're doing wrong. They're going to keep doing it because people allow them to do it. Mm-hmm. So if you say, yo, you're not going to do that around me, okay? And if you keep doing it around me, we're going to have a problem. That let them know right then, I'm not the one for you to disrespect people in front of. Mm-hmm. And then even if it's your own child, you don't get the right to disrespect them. People don't get the right because you birthed somebody to disrespect that person. They didn't earn that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It don't take no 4 years of college to get to pop out a child. You ain't earned nothing. All you did was open your legs up or you bust a nut. Like, so the reality is to go and take a young, innocent child and talk to them disrespectfully and treat them like they're not worth you're worth more than they are is wrong.
That's true. Even growing up, my mother rocked us every now and again. She would smack us, but she would never
So
disrespect us.
So look, he said some women will just say, "It's my child. I'm gonna say what I want." I guess what? You say what you want to that child now, and then you'll be saying what you want to that child behind the glass when he when he go to prison
Mm-hmm.
because of how you treating him. You talking to him like he ain't nothing. Guess what? He gonna grow up to be nothing. That's the real truth of the matter. You talk to a man or a young boy like he's nothing, he gonna grow up to be nothing.
And it's sad we see it every day.
You gotta talk to people like you want them to have respect for themselves. And if you don't do that, you can't expect them to have respect for themselves. And that's the problem with our community. We don't go and check each other when we doing bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
We accept it. We say, well, that's just how they want to roll. You don't have to tell, you don't have to let them do it. You can say something about it. But we all scared. That's what it comes down to. But then see, when somebody do step up and confront somebody for doing wrong, you know what everybody say? Oh, I'm glad somebody did say something. Why ain't you say something? You drop your fucking nuts and be somebody.
Everybody ain't got him. My mother's one of them people. If she see your kid acting up,
dude,
she will address it.
One time I was driving over on Walden near the mall. You know where that Walmart is?
Yeah.
Not on Walden before the new Walmart, the old Walmart where the way past going close to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Okay. I was near that Burger King. I pulled up. There was a girl. I seen this. There's 2 times I seen this. One, this girl, there was a little baby. The baby might have been 3, maybe 4. The baby wasn't moving fast enough. This girl grabbed the baby's arm and it was dragging the baby. Carry up and just literally the baby legs is dangling, just getting drugged. I pulled her, pick that fucking baby up.
Oh, shoot.
Pick her up. If she can't walk fast enough because her legs is literally this big, why are you dragging her? You big enough to drag somebody, but you ain't big enough to pick them up and carry them? I seen that in the mall one time too. Just pissed me off the rest of the day because I seen that. But this is what we live in our community because those women that was doing that didn't have respect for themselves. Mm-hmm. So how can they have respect for their offspring? Because they mad at the world because he don't want her.
Yeah. My mom did that to, I see my mom do that to one of her best friends. My mom's best friend wanted this man, had a baby by this man, but this man didn't want her. He didn't want to get married to her. So she ended up leaving her. And for a while there,
resented the baby.
Yeah, and it kept treating her bad. So my mother finally tells her, like, look, quit treating that child
bad because he didn't want you.
Yeah, because he didn't want you. That child did nothing. The child just here.
And I can say sometimes people do things and they don't even see why they're doing it. Mm-hmm. And then you bring awareness to them and say, yo, they ain't the one who hurt you. You be like, damn, I am lashing out at them.
You know what? And somebody gonna be mad at me for this. My mother had to check my father like that too. So my sister, I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. It's true.
Go ahead. What do you mean?
So what? When my sister got married,
okay.
She had a baby by this guy.
By the guy she married?
By the guy she married.
Okay.
Didn't work out. The baby looked just like him.
I already know what you about to say.
So
I already know what you about to say.
My dad would it be time to discipline? My dad be a little harsher.
Oh, see, I was thinking something different. I was thinking you were gonna say the mother would be harsher.
No, my dad would be
because he was mad at the man for not.
For being the type of man. He wasn't a good dude. He just wasn't. And then my mother had to be like, "Yo, look at what you're doing." So you are punishing this child.
Oh, for who you really want to punish is that him. Man. But you can't get to him.
Yeah, so you're doing it because she reminds you of him I said, you gotta separate the two. This child has done nothing to you.
So what your father is like,
He was
"Damn,
like,
I'm doing that."
Damn, like he don't calm down after that.
He calmed down.
But he didn't even realize he was doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
But and that's why I'm saying, like, let's not get this twisted. Just because your ass got a license and now you can vote, don't mean your ass is knowing everything and you can't get checked by somebody.
Mhm.
Parenting happens throughout life. Okay. So if you see just because you have your kids, they become 18, 21, whatever case may be. If you see your children going down the wrong path, you're not going to address it to them. You're not going to let them know, hey, you need to stop doing that or this is going to happen. You're going to always get them game. And that's the same way with everybody in our community. You could give people game, whether they take a horse to water, but they can't make them drink. You can check somebody and let them know what they're doing is wrong and what's the consequences from doing it. Don't mean if they don't want to listen, that's okay. But you know, in your conscience, you told them what was supposed to happen.
Exactly. To this day, my parents be.
And I remember another time, and I think I've told this story before. I was at the washing machine. I was at the laundromat, and I seen this lady, and the boy was probably a little slow. The boy probably had some type of autism or something.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just berating the boy, just calling him all kind of names. You fucking dummy. This is why you can't never do nothing right. And I was like, yo, you keep talking to him like that, he ain't going to be nothing.
He be wanting to fight parents sometimes.
I swear. Because I think about, you know what I think about? I think about those movies. Some of the movies be really getting me. What's that Will Smith movie, y'all? Where he was sleeping in that damn bathroom, subway bathroom. First one get it.
Him and his son.
Yeah. Pursuit of Happiness.
Damn it.
So, Pursuit of Happiness. Remember the scene where Will Smith and his son is playing basketball. And he got him his son a basketball for his birthday. And he's shooting a basketball. He said, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, I want to be a basketball player. I want to be an NBA basketball player. And he said, yeah, I don't know about that. You know, athletics don't really run in our family. So you might want to try to be like a doctor or something. And the boy just pushed the ball away and was like, all right, well, fuck the ball. I guess I can't be that. So, and then he saw how he just defeated his son by words, by negative thoughts, negative thinking. And he realized in his life all the stuff that he wish he could have done. And he stopped. He said, don't ever let nobody tell you what you can't do. Not even me. If you want to do something, you got to hold the dream like it's yours and hold it tight and don't let anybody get in your way. And I was like, damn, that's the same way I want all parents to be. Give your kids dreams. Don't take them away.
Exactly. Give them hope.
They got enough problems in the real world when they go out in the real world for haters. Why you got to be a hater in their own house? We got a lot of parents who's haters, dude, because they mad about what they didn't become in life. So they try to put limitations on their child because they don't want them to feel the same pain you felt when you didn't succeed at something.
Exactly.
And I was like, damn, dude. So that's why when I see black women specifically do this to black children, I just, because they're the ones who interact with children more than anybody. Yeah. The mother is so important to the functioning of a young man and girl, because
they nurture the child.
Yeah,
and they're supposed to anyway.
And we so lost and stuff. So
yeah, we as a community are. That's why I grew up in a 2-parent household, and my parents made fought and stuff like that, but they were a united front and they raised us a certain way. It was real strict. It wasn't, they didn't kill us. But I'm going to take some of the things I learned from them, and when I do have children, if I ever have children.
See, I'm taking what I learned from my parents, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm using it. The stuff I felt my parents were bad at, I said, okay, I learned from that. I'm going to do this differently. The things I felt they were good at, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely taking that. Then that's what you got to do. Never, I'm gonna say this: never be so big and bad that you can't learn from anybody.
That's true.
I don't care how old they are. I don't care how educated they are. Somebody can always teach you something, whether it be something to do or something not to do.
Exactly. There's always a lesson in something.
Yes.
Especially I learned my argument style from my parents.
I learned just from like at Thanksgiving. I learned sitting with some of my cousins, my little cousins, just listening to them, talking to them, little kids. They 5, 6, years old. They got their whole mind is still open to believe and they're happy. They're just so happy, dude. Nothing has crushed their spirit. They get emotional sometimes, but they happy and you talk to them. And I learned patience. I learned to just listen to what they're talking about.
Yep.
It don't even matter if it makes sense. Sometimes they just want to tell you little stories about their day. Let them do it.
Yeah. I do that with my nieces all the time. I learned they need those father figures. And like
so much.
Yeah, whether you're the father or not, I'm their uncle. So
now to switch the topics up, recently I posted a video. Thanksgiving that came up. And I posted a video of me, my uncles, my dad, my cousin, male cousins. We sitting in the living room watching football. And I flipped the camera around and I show the kitchen. And I see my aunties, my cousin, my female cousins, my mama. They all in there cooking up the Thanksgiving meal. And I said, man, look at them all up in there doing their thing, about to make us a good old meal. We appreciate y'all. We in here chilling, watching the game. Happy Thanksgiving. And I got some backlash from some people because they said, oh, well, y'all should be in there cooking with them, or y'all should be doing, that's not right, and all this other stuff. And I said, see, this is the problem with a lot of people. They don't understand traditional things about the South, because I'm from Mississippi. So in the South, women prepare the meals most of the time. Big meals like that for the family. Not saying men don't cook, because we throw down too, but women pretty much the sides and all the desserts and all that stuff, that's what they do. And it's a bonding thing for women to go into a room, a kitchen.
And a lot of people don't understand, it's generations. Grandma teaching mom teaching your sister
teaching a little sister, grandkids.
It's things handed down from generation to generation.
Yes. Grandma is teaching her sweet potato recipe to her mama, and her mama is, and vice versa. Her daughter's teaching it to her daughter, so they all learn it. So then one day she can give it to her family.
Yeah. But
it also is a moment for the girls to talk about girl stuff.
Exactly.
To talk about, maybe they got to talk about, how's your little boyfriend doing in school? Or what's going on with him? Are you doing, all those little things that maybe they don't feel comfortable talking to around fellas. So we step to the side, let them do their thing. And a lot of times we be in the damn way.
Exactly.
Women want us out the way so they can prepare the meal. And then when they prepare the meal, this how much I realized this meant to them. They prepare the meals or whatever desserts or food that they trying to make, each person making. They love to see the men eat the meal and see how did you enjoy it.
It's like bragging rights.
Yeah, for them, my cousin made this pound cake. She's this new recipe she making. She was excited to make it, and then when I tasted the pound cake, it was good. It was good. And I ain't a big pound cake guy, but it was light. It wasn't that dense type of pound cake. It was nice in the crust on the outside. And I told her, I said, it was good. Now this is the situation we had. She made the macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
There were some kids, I ain't gonna lie, they wasn't pulling no punches. They were saying the mac and cheese was trash. They were saying some things. So
kids are savages. bro.
little kids will tell you exactly. No, I'm gonna go deeper now. Exactly what they really feel. It ain't no, just like when women be like, "What do you?" When you tell a woman something, they say, "What you mean by that?" And they think it's an underlining thing.
Mhm.
With kids, there ain't no underlining.
This
What
is
they
it.
said is what it is.
This is trash.
It's trash to them. I said the mac and cheese. At first, I said it was undercooked, but it wasn't undercooked. It was a little overcooked. So you know how I think what happened was she made the noodles, made them cooked fully, and then put them in the oven baked it, and then overcooked a little bit. It wasn't, the flavors were there. The flavor was there. It was just a little undercooked noodle or overcooked noodle. I said the flavors are there, but it was
crunchy.
But it was a little overcooked. No, a little bit more mushier.
Oh, okay.
And I said that my mother was pissed at me for saying that.
Well, here goes the thing. There, some old school etiquette is like you don't say anything about.
Okay, and that might be true.
Yeah,
but in my respect, I figure constructive criticism is only going to help you get better than me lying to you about what the taste is.
Okay, let me tell you, let me tell you about old school. My mother usually cooks Thanksgiving every year. One year,
it was trash.
somebody wanted to cook for us instead.
Okay.
So my mom was like, okay, somebody else could cook for a change. Why not? We go to this house, and when I tell you, this food was just horrible. The worst tasting food I ever tasted in my life.
That bad?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened. So a lot of food was undercooked, and I was done. I ate some food. It was hair in my food.
Hell no.
My day was over after that.
So you first, was it like halfway through?
First bite,
you like, you know what? What were I eating? I ate something recently that did that, and I pulled the hair out, and I was like, fuck.
And my mother knows me. I'm usually the one to speak up and say something, and she sees me like from across the table.
Did she do one of these?
And she's like, "Don't." Yes, that's what she did. I was like,
you was like, I think about it as like, you ever have that kid who just says everything out loud, and the parent already know, like, they see it in their eye by the way they're like, grab them and try to get them out of there.
That was me.
That person, like,
yeah. I'm like, yo, who the fuck? I was like, don't you?
So look,
so I understand where your mother's coming from. That was like the worst Thanksgiving we ever had.
Did you say anything?
Then no, because my mother, she was on me like, don't you do it.
Like pinching your leg, like, don't say shit.
We get outside to leave. I said, Mom, all due respect, you gonna have to cook this from here on out. Don't ever take a deal. I'm sorry. It's
too much at stake.
It was trash. Luckily, my mom figured, like, I figured this was gonna happen.
Had
so I cooked food anyway. That was
OG.
Yeah, she was like, I cooked food. I figured this was gonna happen.
I knew y'all. I got y'all.
It was the nasty. I'm like, yo,
you came home and ate that food, Mom. You was like, Mom came in the clutch.
That's it.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what it is. And the thing, going back to what you said, women, it's like bragging rights for women. My mom always, I could tell, my mom always loved to serve.
Always.
That was her
thing.
That was her thing. And she would always love it when I requested, hey, Mom, you gonna make
look,
black eyed peas?
Look, hold up. I need to know one thing. Mama, is you gonna make them black eyed peas?
Yeah.
Because you know what it sounds like? It sounds like I'm like that superstar that you need to come with the razzle dazzle to just set it all off. You know what I mean? It'd be like, yo, hold up. Biggie, come here and rap. Listen to him. You be like, all right, I do what I do.
Yeah, that's what I do with mine. I could tell she loved it. I'm like, you making that black eyed peas you normally make?
Oh yeah.
I'll make that for you. I'll make that for you.
No, but see, real OG moms do this. They hit you with the humble mode. They be like, I mean, if you want me to make it, I guess I can make it for you.
No, I'm gonna need some time, but I got it.
Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I got.
Knowing good what's already cooking back there.
I already got the ingredients prepped out, ready. I've been waiting. She like, shit, I've been waiting about this all week.
I used to give my mom money.
I know you told me. To
Like,
hook
look,
her.
I know you cooking this for Thanksgiving. I know you cooking a lot. And I used to slide like $200. I'm like, yo, can you just do this for me? And she would like try not to take the money. I'm like, Mom, just take the money. And it'd be a whole separate thing for me.
So you getting a deluxe meal
I'll get the suits
with
like
the real.
she would like, no, eat this and you take this home with you. And my siblings be like, yo,
The fuck
what?
he taking
Yo,
that home for?
yeah,
Where ours at?
yeah.
This just for him.
That's what she do. I was like, no.
Did you ever tell your siblings that you had gave her the 200
Well, after
on
a
the
while,
side?
because I had doing it for years. I had like every Thanksgiving would come by, even like 4th of July. I'm like, look, if I buy these rack of ribs, I'll buy if I buy you this case of ribs, can you just make me a slab by myself? She's like, all right. So I would do this on certain holidays, so I wouldn't have to cook. So finally, my brothers were mad and were complaining about it.
Yeah, because it make him feel like, damn,
Yeah,
like
my
is
mom-
this your favorite child
Hey,
for
my mom
real?
be like, yo, my mom be like, you gonna put up some money? Because he been putting up money for years. That's why he get.
That's when now they realize,
They're like,
oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I
so-
get why you give him this.
Yeah,
now.
so that's what I would do. I was like, wow, can I?
That's smart.
Can you do this?
So like my mother, she knows my thing is my mom's mashed potatoes. She didn't make them this year because she was traveling into Mississippi. And I ain't want to say nothing because I was like, okay, they making it. I know my aunt Keisha can make a lot. She can cook. She can cook. Matter of fact, she pretty much cooked better than my mother. So I wasn't tripping. I did miss the mashed potatoes because I did want them, but I didn't say nothing to her, and I probably should say something now, just so this don't be a trend.
Look, I'm gonna need you to
you come with it or don't come at all.
I gave you a pass at Thanksgiving, but
Christmas come around, the mashed potatoes gonna be jumping. Don't worry about it. But I just seen it on their face, my cousins, when I did taste the food, and I said, it's pound cake. I give her a thumbs up. Her face lit up.
Yeah, because it's something they took time and
effort.
They put love in it, and you make it to see other people enjoy it.
So when you see these women who are modern and who want to question why you ain't in the kitchen, understand women come in all shapes and sizes and all love different ways. There are some traditional women who just enjoy to serve. And honestly, those are the best type of people. People who like to serve are the best type because that's what God told us to do, was to serve each other and serve man to each other. And I'm talking about human, not men as in men.
Just men.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when she sees that these women have all come together, generations of family, bonding, sisterhood, made a meal to feed not only the old, but the young and the middle of their family, and the men enjoy it. And it wasn't like we didn't do anything. We cooked, we fried the turkey. My cousin fried the turkey. He put the whole pot together, first time frying it, whatever case may be. And there was, the turkey was good. But back to the little kids. And I said, kids tell you the truth. Got my little cousin. She is one of them people who love on everybody. Especially for some reason, and this is why my cousin thinks she's gonna be fast when she grow up. Cause she loved to hug on men. She loved men. She loved more than she hug. Like she'll hug a girl, but like she run into men's arms, even if she don't know you.
Oh, okay.
She first meets you, hi. She come give you a hug, wrap her arm around your leg, because she little, she like 5. But she love to talk and everything. So we sitting there watching the game. She come lay up on me. She laying on me, and she's just like, she start roasting my ass. This mother start saying, "Why your belly like this?" I said, "I already know where this is going." I said, "Yeah." I said, "She's like, you got." She said, "Why you got a big belly? Your belly should look like my belly." I said, "But you little." And she was like, "I know, but see my belly flat. Your belly ain't flat." And I said, "Yeah, I know." She said, "You should work out with me." Because I was earlier, what I was doing was lifting her.
Mhm.
So she was liking that. And I was like, yeah, all right. Don't ever lift kids.
No,
Because I'm telling you right
they'll
now,
never let you stop.
all day. It's like feeding pigeons. They coming to you. So she was like, you should lift me again and so you can lose that belly. And I was like, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. You lifting, you ain't gonna lose this belly tonight. Well, you should try to. I said, okay. And then in my head, I'm like, I've been telling myself I need to lose weight and work out, get back working out again.
Kids will,
But she confirmed it right there. But
kids
then
will hone in on your weaknesses.
But then she started going in a little too deep, and I was like, okay. She went from the belly to say, your legs big too. She started poking my legs, saying, your legs is fat too. I said, all right, little bitch.
Like your
All right now. So then she started going in, and she's like, your feet big. I bet you got big toes. So then she started poking through my socks. And then she said, you should I'm not even lying to you. This is what she said. She said, you should change your nose. Your nose is big. I said, my nose is big. She said, yeah. Your forehead big too. And your ears is big. And you should cut this off. Then she grabbed my hair. She said, you're hairy. I said, yeah. She said, why are you hairy? And I said, well, some men are hairy.
Mhm.
I'm a man. That's what she said. I had jeans on. She said, if your arms are hairy, I'm sure your legs are hairy too. I said, yeah, you right. They are. You should shave that. I said, yo, this girl went from top to bottom,
Straight
roasting me. And you need to cut this off too. Cut that down so he can see your. She said, I can't even see your cheeks because they got hair on them. You'll look better if you shave your face. I was like, this little girl roasted shit out of me while laying on me. I said, ain't this some shit? I'm letting her be. I'm being her comforter.
I'm like, get off of me.
And she get there. And her dad finally was like, go play. I said, oh yeah, you would tell her to go play after she had roasted shit out of me.
Made me feel all self-conscious and shit now.
Everything else. The only thing that made me feel self-conscious was talking about my belly. Because I knew she was telling the truth. Because every time, I don't care what you is, maybe any dysfunction you have, kid is going to bring it out and let you know.
Hone in on it.
They be like,
I gave it back to him. You got a big head. You got a big head too.
I said, she said, well, I got a little nose. I said, yeah, because you little. Everything about you is little.
Exactly. You got a big head.
Look
though.
at you.
Get off of me.
So,
yeah, kids will do you dirty.
Yeah, but I can't even deny that I was that type too.
Why you look like that?
We got like a couple more minutes. Let's do these videos before we get up out of here.
All right, what we got?
We got a video of, I don't know. He said my first date dating a single woman. All right, let's get it.
I don't have any kids, but you know.
Oh no, sorry. Let me start it over.
Yeah, so I normally don't date women with kids because I don't have any kids, but you know, you could be special, so I'm definitely willing to give this a try.
Well, just so you know, dating single mothers is a little different than dating these other ones.
Okay.
There's things that I come with that you're going to have to accept if you want to be with me.
Like what?
Well, first of all, my kids will always come first, so you will never be number one. So let's start with that.
Okay.
Second thing is, if we become this big, happy family, you're going to have to make enough money to support me and my kids. I'm talking about birthdays, Christmas, holidays, vacations. So you have to know this is one big package deal.
All right.
I don't know why. I wish I had sound effects. The one that do that, whoosh, that whip, like just slapping on. Cause I'm like the lion. Fuck them. I'm ready to kill them. Goddamn, not kill them. Cause I was a cubs. But fuck them kids. Them kids ain't got shit to do with me.
Right.
Oh yeah, and you can't discipline my kids. Okay. If you put your hands on them, you're going to prison. That job is between me and their father. And speaking of their father, you're going to have to accept that he's part of this family. So you're going to have to learn how to deal with him. I don't know how you're going to do it. You can go in the backyard, fight it out, whatever you got to do.
Go in the back and fight it out like some fucking fight club. Why? My question is this. So you want me to support your kids, but I can't discipline your kids?
Yeah, one goes with the other. You're not gonna get.
Look, I'll say this: you pay to play. If I pay your way, I get to tell you what the hell to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it works. If I pay for your life, I get to tell you how to live it. Damn it, in some form. I ain't saying you gotta listen, but you gotta listen to what I say.
Also, you can't expect me to be spontaneous. See, when kids are involved, there's things I have to do before I can just get up and go somewhere. You gotta get babysitters, you gotta get dressed, you gotta pack bags. So you can't expect that from me, okay? You can't just spring stuff on me, okay? You have to understand that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if this is for me. That sounds like an awful lot. What? What? Hold up. You just said it's hard.
It's only hard if you're a weak man. You're ugly anyway. And
Yep, there it goes.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you can't accept the parameters of something they trying to give you, that means you ain't built for it. You weak.
bet you're gay.
I'm not. What?
Oh shit!
I was just here.
It don't matter. I need a real man anyway.
I'm not a real man? You know what? All right. Okay, sure. Yeah. Check, please.
You still gonna pay for dinner, right?
Like, no.
I can honestly say I've been on a date with one. You see those videos where the guy on a date and the girl bring her kids.
Mm-hmm.
I did that, but I told her, "Shit, well, I can't." I said, "Well, bring them along." We went to a Chinese buffet. That little boy was the damn devil incarnated, boy. He was being all bad and extra. And she's trying to tell him, but the kid ain't listening. And I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna ring this little kid up. Well, fucking stop doing all that. And I learned right then. I said, yo, I can't be no kid. I can't be with a girl whose kid ain't mine, because if I want to discipline them, I don't want to have to hear shit she gotta say.
Exactly.
But understand something though. It don't even matter if they your kids. Women are always gonna be like,
why you
protective over their kids,
mm-hmm.
even if you the father. Think about you. How many dogs you done seen videos of the mom just had the babies, won't even let the father of the baby get near the babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, get your ass away from her. You don't. This ain't yours. So it's embedded in them.
Exactly.
To be protective.
I had a conversation with a girl, and she told me, "Well, you have a daughter. You can't spank your daughter." The hell, I can't. What you mean?
What? Yeah.
What you mean? I was like, my child act crazy. She gonna get it, just like the boys gonna get it. What you talking about?
I probably won't talk to her as harshly as I talk to my sons,
mm-hmm.
because I'm preparing my sons for what the world is for him. But she gonna get a spanking. If she act out, she gonna get a spanking, because she need to know there's consequences for her actions. Let's get into another video. It says silent women win.
In a position to vet men.
Pause. I gotta go from the beginning.
I don't think women are in a position to vet men. So I think women should just pay attention when it comes to a male in relationship. Just pay attention.
Interesting.
Hold on, I want to make sure.
Go. Yeah.
Women are not in a position to vet men. They just need to pay attention. What's the difference between vetting and pay attention?
Vetting, you're asking a lot of questions. You're you're putting them in situations. You just in there asking a lot of questions, where I think you should see if you tell a man what you want, the wrong man will give you exactly what you said you.
Y'all ladies be giving us the playbook on how to play you.
Mm-hmm.
You tell us everything. I'm looking for this, and this. Oh, you are? Cool. I'm gonna give you this, and this till I get what I need to get. Then I'll go back to what I'm gonna be. Sit back and don't tell him nothing. See how he is. If he fits the criteria of what you want, that's the man you need to be with. If he don't, then that ain't the man you need to be with.
That you want.
He sure will.
So if you're asking questions and you saying, and he's asking you questions, what would you like? What kind of man do you want in your life? He will become that man. So if a woman won't verbalize it and she just sees how he moves naturally, then she can see if that's the man for her.
Right.
And then when it's time to court or marry, then you could take him to your uncle, your dad, other men, and then he can put them to the test of, okay, let's move to the next part of this relationship.
Now, you and I have both, I've said this plenty of times, Beans, that I believe men should bring their women to their moms, aunties, cousins, female cousins, and let them decide. Vice versa, I've said let women should bring the men that they want to be with to their daddies, uncles, brothers, cousins, and let them see if he bout some shit.
When my sister brought my
Ex-baby daddy?
Yeah, when he brought him home, my father off rep was like,
hell no.
Not this dude.
Was that the one that you punked or you tried to punk at the who did stay outside?
Yeah. And let me tell you something, that's another thing. I told my sister this. I was like, cause I guess she had been seeing him, and nobody knew about this guy. Then he just shows up.
That's not like my sister.
I was like, we walking up the door at the same time. I'm like, yo, who are you? Oh, I'm your sister. I'm my sister's name is Tisha. Tisha's boyfriend. I'm like, nah, nigga, you not her boyfriend. I ain't never heard of you. I told straight to his face. Nah, you know him.
What was the other boy? Was there another guy that you knew?
No, there was another guy. We never knew of any guy.
Oh,
and I'm like, he's oh yeah, they invited me in. It's like, nah, you're not going nowhere. You staying right here. You ain't coming in the house. I went in. I was like, yo, who this dude outside? And my mom was like, your sister got a boyfriend apparently. It just
you come out. I guess you can come in.
You come in, bro.
All right, let's get into the other video.
I find women to be mean as hell. I'm sorry.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Am I mean? Oh yes.
Yes.
Jasmine, are you mean? A little bit. Yeah, you might.
I'm straightforward too.
Yeah.
I'm in your face and on your wall, but I'm not mean.
Okay. Are you aggressive?
No, I'm assertive.
Okay.
I'm not aggressive.
What's the difference?
Well,
so assertive is approaching something in a calm but direct manner.
Yes, she breaks.
You're still calm. I'm pretty sure she is. I'm just letting everybody know. And aggressive, you're not calm, and you're
not even getting.
Yeah, you're not getting anything done. You're just being very pushy.
Well, first of all, your intention.
Okay.
In assertiveness, it's about dominion and accomplishing a particular thing. And aggressive, it's about control and getting what you're going for.
Okay.
And there's a difference. One comes from the head, one comes from the heart. Assertion comes from the heart. Aggression comes from the head. And it's ego and control. And women today, I find certain generations of women today are extremely aggressive, unkind, unloving, and mean as hell.
Somebody, I think Jordan Peterson broke down why women are mean. Let's keep it a buck.
They hate that dude too.
Women are more mean than men.
Oh, they vicious
as a whole. But it's the reason why all people, humans, have stress and aggression inside them. When a man has stress and aggression inside him, it has to come out somehow. So it comes out in a physical form. Men fight, we get physical. We beat up. We use our hands, right? We break things. Women have the same aggression and attitude in them, stress, and it comes out, but it doesn't come out physically because they can't compete physically to a man. So they don't know. So they understand that subconsciously that they can't be fighting nobody because they don't want to get their ass whooped, right? But they still got to bring out the aggression and the stress. So what they do is they talk verbally. They are mean. They're manipulative. They try to destroy people by giving them rumors, gossip, talking about somebody's, she's a hoe, or talking about he's a crackhead, whatever case may be. They talk about people, right? They try to destroy people. They try to make them their image. They try to destroy their image, right? Yeah. That's how women go, and that's why they say, "Oh, Mean Girls." That's why they got a movie coming out called Mean Girls. They had another movie back in the day called Mean Girls.
Yeah,
you never seen a movie called Mean Guys. because men aren't mean. I'm not saying men can't be mean, but naturally we're not mean as a whole. We don't have time for that. If we got a problem and we're mad about something, we'll get physical with you.
Yeah, address it.
And then it'd
be done, and it will stay done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Last video I want to do, and then we can get on out of here, y'all.
That Iyanla fixed my life. She had to deal with a lot of negative women on her show.
I came across this video, and I remember us talking about how when a man wants to express himself to a woman, we're always demonized or looked at as that we're weak because we express ourselves in an emotional way. Watch this video, y'all.
Where is it acceptable for a man to cry? Because from what I understood, grown men had some pride and dignity, right? So tell me why USC quarterback and Heisman winner Caleb Williams felt compelled to run to his mommy in the stands and bawl his eyes out. This lasted for at least a full minute. And then it gets even better because RG3 had the audacity to tweet out this. Any NFL team would be lucky to have him as their quarterback, and this emotion shows how much this game means to him. I totally disagree with this. An NFL team needs a leader. It's not running to his mommy, bawling his eyes out, and creating a spectacle for the cameras. Oh, and then after the game, in the post-game presser, Williams said that,
I want to go home and cuddle with my dog and watch some shows.
what's with men these days? How is this deemed acceptable in their minds? Caleb Williams, he's soft, he's a crybaby, and I implore any NFL scouts to keep this pathetic scene in mind when concocting their idea of what a leader on an NFL team looks like. When and where is it?
Now let's pause this. So much to break down in this video. One, you got a woman trying to tell what a leader's supposed to be like. First off, women aren't natural leaders in the first place. So the fact that this woman's trying to tell what a leader is
exactly
in a sport she doesn't play, about a man she doesn't even know, and says he's pathetic, he's going to run to his mother. Well, let me say this. You don't know what that man's been through. You don't know what him and his mother have been through for him to get to the point he's at. What that happened was, it was his senior night. That was the last college game.
Oh, okay.
He was going to play for USC, and he went and cried with his mother to be, because it was an emotional time for him. A lot of athletes put in a lot of time and energy, right? Every day when no one's watching, to get to the level they are at to be successful. And people don't see this, but that plays a toll on yourself when it's all over, and when you finally like, okay, I'm moving on to the next stage. And you're thinking somebody who's been there for you, which is his mother. Now, what I'm saying is, this is what I mean by, if a man expresses himself and shows his colors, shows his emotion, there's women out there that take it for weakness.
Yep.
Because for whatever reason in their mind, the man that they were supposed to be getting led by, they don't want him to be a little softy. They're soft in everybody. And I mean soft. It ain't even soft. It's emotion.
It's human. That's the thing. And I have this conversation with my lady too. It's just like,
you want us to be robots?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, why can't we express ourselves? If we're sad, why can't we show that we're sad? There's nothing wrong with, especially if you lose a game. You put in all this time and energy, and then it's no different than a man going and putting all this time and energy for a woman that he likes. He's trying to get a haircut. He's trying to get a nice outfit. He's trying to get cologne. He's doing all this effort stuff, and then he goes to give her some flowers or ask her for a prom or whatever the case may be, and she says no. He's going to be heartbroken. He's going to be sad because he's put in all this time.
And women who knock men to do this, like, because somebody I know knocked men for like, oh, you're crying because they lost a football game or something like that. I said, you cry just because they run out of something at the
sale,
the makeup store.
Forever 21 ran out of a sale, and you're crying because you didn't get there on time.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Or how about this? You're crying when Beyonce cancels her tour early because she's pregnant, or whatever case may be. She got sick, so she ain't coming to your city, and you're crying about that. everybody has their things.
Yeah.
Don't knock one person because that's not your thing.
Exactly.
And-
He's crying because it's important to him.
And I hate to say this is another reason why I don't like when women speak about things they shouldn't speak on. The fact is, she doesn't play the sport. She don't know nothing about the sport, and you've got a platform to speak on men things. He's with his mother. Maybe you probably don't have kids clearly to understand the connection that a mom and a son have with each other. Especially a mom. Clearly, I don't see no father around, so maybe he a single. Maybe she's a single
she
parent.
got him there. She drove him to practice and all that.
Whatever. All those days when nobody was knowing who his name was, and now you're talking about him, saying he's not a good leader. And I'm like, what is your agenda? What's your agenda to hurt a man in a vulnerable state?
Talking about don't take this into consideration.
All NFL teams should take him in. Like, yo, what? That to me was crazy. And the fact that this media outlet, right, got this clearly not non-white woman, right, a woman of color, to go and say these things about another man of color, saying he's a softie. Let's watch it one more time.
Is it acceptable for a man to cry? Because from what I understood, grown men had some pride and dignity, right? So tell me why USC quarterback and Heisman winner Caleb Williams felt compelled to run to his mommy in the stands and bawl his eyes out. This lasted for at least a full minute. And then it gets even better because RG3 had the audacity to tweet out this. Any NFL
Mind you, RG3 was a Heisman Trophy winner, NFL first round pick.
Exactly.
First overall pick or something in the NFL. So if anybody has credibility to speak on it, it'd be him, not you, goofy.
team would be lucky to have him as their quarterback, and this emotion shows how much this game means to him.
Mind you, another black man speaking about a black man that's trying to do the same thing he already has done.
I totally disagree with this. An NFL team needs a
I love how she needs to go ahead.
Leader. It's not running to his mommy, bawling his eyes out, and creating a spectacle for the cameras. Oh.
This is the typical woman who tries to tell men how men should be.
Exactly.
And this is what pisses me off. You don't know what a man can be. You don't even know what a man should do, let alone should be. You're being led. Who's leading you, lady? Because clearly it's your job that's telling you to go speak bad about another man.
Oh, and then after the game, in the post-game presser, Williams said that
I want to go home and cuddle with my dog and watch some shows.
What's wrong with that? I go home and watch some shows. I don't have a dog, but if I did, guess what'd be happening? He'd be cuddled up with me. Who don't like dogs? You a hurt lady.
I say this all the time when women say stuff like this. I say, how is your man gonna understand your emotions when he can't even
express his own? But then the same way, how can a man be a father if he can't even show the emotion of being sad and cry? Like, you don't think his kids are gonna have moments where they're gonna feel sad and he needs to express it? He's gonna be like, you shouldn't cry. No, express yourself. If you sad, be sad.
What's with men these days? How is this deemed acceptable in their minds? Caleb Williams, he's soft, he's a crybaby.
Now I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, the nail thing. All right.
I ain't with the nail thing, Caleb. But that's do you, bro? I think he has some USC nails or something.
Baby. And I implore any NFL scouts to keep this pathetic scene in mind when concocting their idea of what a leader on an NFL team looks like.
And my thing is this. He's played for two teams, been very successful. Mm-hmm. I don't know about the nails. That's a different generation.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Nails meant something different back when we was kids. But that's your swag. That's what you want to do. Express yourself. Go ahead, bro. You ain't hurting nobody. I say let the boy.
I hope he get hired. I hope somebody.
I know somebody going. He might be the first overall draft pick. But what I'm saying is, think of the bigger agenda. Why did they have her target this man? Because he did things that are respectable. He has a good relationship with his mother.
Exactly.
He has a good, y'all keep trying to break down the black man or just men in general and how they deal with certain things. You always criticize, but you ain't never helping nobody. All right, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. Hope everybody had a good holiday. Christmas coming up. What y'all getting me and Beans for Christmas?
I know, right?
Put in the comment section. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Today is Monday. And the whole week, I want y'all to go ahead and put y'all grind in, man. Get to Friday. We'll see y'all Friday. And it is what it is, man. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, man?
No, well, I think we covered most of it.
All right, man. I'm your boy Canteen. This is my man Beans.
Y'all have a good week.
It's the Social Norm, baby.
That's got to be racist.